Hi there, friends and neighbors. Leroy Decoy here. First things first, hit that subscribe button to get lots of woodshop action. Do it. Subscribe. This dust collector that we've built a while back is full. First time it's been full to the brim, I would say. So let's break it down, inspect it, and do an empty process. And yeah, let's just see how it goes and what she's looking like inside. We've got our filter and our overflow. That's not even overflow, it's just an extra little dust catch for anything that gets in past the filter. So I'm really curious to see what's in there. So let's get our lid off and look in our main bucket and just see how everything is looking. I will grab a screwdriver real quick. Alright, these are hex head screws, but they also have Phillips, and I already have a Phillips in my driver, so let's pop these off. Alright, we're loose there. We'll undo our bucket, trash bucket, lid, straps, just like that. There we go. Look how full this is, nice and full. Here's our lid, bottom. There's our camper seal tape that we put on here. Looks like it's been doing a good job. On the bottom of our Cyclone. I'll set that right here. And why don't I go ahead and dump this into our trash bag. We'll make this real easy. Set this on the floor. I'm going to pull the trash bag over top. Just like so. And then I'm going to turn this upside down. Should have a nice emptying process, ideally without a lot of drama. Well, maybe we spill a little bit. Well, that's not going how I want. Good thing we have a big dust collector to pick all this back up if we need to. All right, there we go. Empty. So there's that. I think I might get bigger trash bags for those 55-gallon drum trash bags. Because this one barely fit over that, and also it fit snug enough to where it created a suction or a vacuum. So the air needed to rush back into this trash can. Kind of messed up the seal of the bag around the rim of this thing. So I'm going to suggest right now 55-gallon drum style trash bags, the bigger ones, probably the biggest ones. Alright, so yeah, we do have some to sweep up back here with a dustpan, so I'll just grab a dustpan right now. Alright, big dustpan and a squirrel tail brush. And conveniently our pile's all in one place. Okay. Yeah, I just needed a bigger trash bag, guys. I'm maxing this thing out. Like I'm gonna overfill this bag. I might as well get another one right now. Okay, I brought these with so I could quantify an actual number of gallons of what I would not use next time. This is a 30-gallon trash bag, so I would go a bigger size than 30-gallon for this operation next time, and I think it'll go really well in comparison. So I will close this one up and get it out of here. Put this out of frame over here. Get this bag going. We all get to experience this together right now. Shovel it in. If you ever worked on a horse farm, you'll feel right at home shoveling this sawdust all around. So, we are definitely not working within the intent of our operation of this thing, because we just made a lot of dust. Or I did, you guys didn't. I'm doing it so you don't have to. Learn from my trial and error. Okay. Next thing that I want to see, and I bet you want to see it too. I'll get the rest of this in a minute when I know we're done making a big old mess. Hi, Ruby. Let's see what we look like inside of our... Let's see if our cyclone missed anything. The cyclone is supposed to catch all the major dust and debris and drop it in here, which we see it got a lot of it. We had 30 gallons worth, apparently. Like, we were overflowing that bag. Let's see how much dust we have in our clean out bucket below our filter. I'm impressed. That's all that's in there, guys. You could probably fit that into a measuring cup, like an 8-ounce measuring cup. Found one of our filter attachment brackets that goes up here. This thing has been through a move all the way from Texas to Indiana, so we're in a new shop. And from those joining us from previous experiences, there used to be wheels on here. Those got busted off in transport, getting moved all around. Moving is really hard on stuff, by the way. And it wasn't the attachment of the wheels that broke, it was the actual casters that broke off of the cheapy dust collector platform that we made this out of. So anyway, I hope you can see that. There's so very little that the cyclone did not capture. That's it. So we had this little bit, I mean just a handful, compared to 30 gallons of sawdust. So in our main bin. So I would say the cyclone works incredibly well. All right. This is the dude that did the job. It worked really good. Oneida Air Systems Super Dust Deputy. Made in USA. OneidaAir.com. I'm going to give this the thumbs up. And I paid for this out of my own pocket. And I definitely wanted it to work. I'm invested into it. And I will go ahead and give them the shout out and a thumbs up. This thing did a phenomenal job. I'm very happy with it. So I just need to do a better job choosing the right size of trash bags for emptying this thing. Let me tell you that. So, okay. We're ready to put it back together and go back into service. I'll dump this out. This little handful of dust. So we know how much we get next time. If we were to have an air leak or anything like that around this brim, there would be a lot more dust in here. So that also tells us we got a good seal around our trash can lid. So that's a good thing too. Actually, kind of look up in this filter, see how much dust is on the filter. A little bit coming out of there. Yeah, she's working. I might wear dust masks next time I do this clean out job. It works great picking up dust from the air until you turn it off and start disassembling it. Okay, we're all put back together on the filter side. We'll throw our lid back on here. I'm tempted to use a shot vac around here to get all the sawdust off of the seal that we've kind of knocked around on there. So I'm going to vacuum this off real quick to make sure we have a good clean seal once again. Okay, we're in good shape. The seal's in good condition. That's camper mounting tape. Camper mounting tape that's on there. It's a little bit smushed in the middle where it's been sitting on the trash can. I'm wondering if I didn't, maybe let that sit in the sun or something. If I needed to, or if I needed it to fluff back out for some reason. It might not. So over the course of another year or two, we'll see how this thing is doing and if we need to replace this camper mounting tape, if it runs out of cushiness altogether. Because there is definitely there's an imprint on this inner ring a little bit. There's a little bit of an imprint on the middle where the trash can lid was sitting against it. So we'll see if that continues to do a good job sealing for us, or if it retains too much of a memory from being clamped down on like that and we lose our seal eventually, which I think all gaskets go bad eventually. So I'll wipe this off a little bit. But for now, I think it's doing a good job. Reorient our clamps with the lid. Center it up by feel. One thing I might do eventually is add an inner race to this lid so that it wedges in to the top rim of the trash can. That would probably make things a little easier, faster. I mean, if we're emptying it multiple times a day, I'd probably be more excited to do that. But this is the first time I've had it super full. So we'll see how often. The shop's getting a little busier. We're doing some products now. We'll get this all clamped back together. Where is my driver? Just like that. Just a little bit snug. Work that all back in there. Put our snuffleupagus trunk back on there. Make sure we get it on nice and even, seated well, and we'll snug that up. Inspect it. And we'll call that good. And just to make a little noise for you, let me turn this on and I will kind of sweep up this floor a little bit. Since we made a nice mess with our inadequate trash bag choice. All right, let's fire it up.